In part one of this two-part video series, we discussed what stress is and why we should learn to manage it. Let's now discuss the two models which, if you adopt in your life, you will never feel stressed again. I learned this model while listening to a talk by Sri Kumar Rao. Sri Kumar Rao is an author, speaker, and a former business school professor. To explain this model better, let me share a story with you. Once upon a time, there lived a farmer with his son in a very small village. Even though the father and son did not have any material possessions, they were still very happy and content. The villagers soon started to envy them and were always curious to find out the reason for their happiness. One day, the farmer decided to use all his savings to buy a horse. Unfortunately, the very next day, the horse managed to escape and run into the hills. The villagers visited to express their sympathy. They said, "How unfortunate you are. What happened is really bad." To which the farmer replied, "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" A few days later, the horse returned and brought another 6 fine horses with him. The villagers visited the farmer again. This time they said, "How fortunate you are. You lost 1 horse but got 6 in return." To which the farmer replied was same again. "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" After a few days, the farmer's son fell from one of the horses and broke his leg. Even though his leg healed in some time, the injury left him with a permanent limp. The villagers came to visit again. They remarked, "How unfortunate. What happened is really bad. Who's going to help you in the fields now?" The farmer repeated the same words. "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" Soon after that, a war broke out. It was required for all the young men to join the army. However, the farmer's son was spared due to his limp. The villagers came to visit again. This time they said, "You are so fortunate. Your son gets to stay with you, while we are not even sure if our son will ever return home." The farmer's reply was still the same. "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" And so it continues. The moral of the story is stress is a choice. If we stop labeling the outcomes of our life as good or bad, chances are we'll start choosing happiness over stress. Have you ever observed that a past occurrence which had seemed bad at the time turned out to be the good thing, or at least not so bad thing, when you're looking back at it? What has happened and cannot be changed. But how we respond to it is our choice. We can choose to label it bad and increase our suffering, or we can walk away saying, "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" I adopted this model from one of the most beautiful scriptures of all time, the Bhagavad Gita. Imagine a time when we used to live in the wild. A hunter is trying to shoot a deer with his bow and arrow. The hunter is very skillful and has never missed a target before. Does this guarantee that the hunter will be able to get his target this time? No, not at all. The hunter has command on his arrow and its directions. The hunter can have command on his focus. But the hunter has no power or control over the deer, who can sense the danger and move at the very last minute. Such is life. In life, there are things which we can control, and then there are things which we cannot. Most of the time, things do not happen as planned due to reasons beyond our control. It is therefore important to not focus too much on the outcome, rather put all your focus on your efforts. Do not celebrate your results, celebrate your actions. It may take some time to adopt these models into your life, but once you do, you will never feel stressed again. I would also like to share a 1-minute meditation video, which you can use whenever you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Please find a link for this video in the description below. Thank you for watching.